Let's jump right in. Phrase number 1. You must stop saying this English phrase. The phrase is, I'm never going to learn English. I get it. I understand that as you're on this English journey. You are going to have hard days, and I know that English is a challenging language to learn. I've seen thousands of students go through this very situation where they say this to themselves, I'm never going to learn English. I'm just not good enough. I keep trying, but I'm not improving. I'm just never going to learn English. You have to stop saying this to yourself. Why am I telling you to stop saying this? Stop saying this because it's not true. With time and dedication, anyone, listen closely, I am so passionate about this. Anyone can learn English and improve their language skills. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your current situation is. You can learn English. So, my friend, the first thing I need you to stop saying is, I'm never going to learn English. Don't say this ever again. Number 2, the second thing I need you to stop saying, to never say, is my English is so terrible. I have heard students say this over and over again, and I've watched how detrimental it is to them. I've watched the words literally come out of their mouth and their confidence go down with it. Literally having a conversation, and they'll say, my English is so terrible. Their shoulders start to drop, their head starts to go low, they start to look insecure. My English is so terrible. Stop saying this. Why? Stop saying this because negative talk can lower your confidence and make it harder to improve. Believe in yourself. The same student that I was encouraging, now encouraging another student. Listen, when you stop saying this phrase, your confidence will go up, and your English will improve. You are smarter than you realize. I'm talking to you. Yes, the individual right here with me, you. You are smarter than you realize. So, the moment you stop saying to yourself, my English is bad, my English is terrible, my English is just not good, the moment you stop saying, that is the moment your English will start improving, because you're telling yourself, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, I can do better. My English is not bad. Stop telling yourself. Stop saying to yourself that your English is terrible. Number 3, the third thing I need you to stop saying right now is, I'll never be able to understand native speakers. I've heard this thousands of times. I'll never be able to understand native speakers. Now, this comes from watching television, watching movies, listening to podcasts, and missing a few words, missing an expression, missing a colloquialism, a slang term, or missing the pacing. Let me ask you this question right now. Do you know where I'm from? It's okay. You can answer. Do you know where I'm from? That's right. I'm from America. Do you know what my mother tongue, my first language is? You got it. English. That makes me what? A native speaker. And you are understanding me. Come on. I need you to realize what I'm realizing about you. I see your potential. I know that you can achieve your English goals. You have to believe it, so you have to stop saying to yourself, I'll never be able to understand native speakers. I am a native speaker, and you understand me, so immediately this statement needs to go out the window. You can understand native speakers. There might be a time when a native speaker says something that you don't catch. There are some things that native speakers say that I'm not sure about, and I'm a native speaker. Why? Because we have different accents. People from different parts of America sound different, from the South to the North to the West, and it's totally okay. We're human beings. Stop saying to yourself, I'll never be able to understand native speakers. Here's the thing. Stop saying this because with practice and exposure to English speakers, you can improve your comprehension skills. I've been told multiple times in the comment section under my YouTube videos, Lara, I've been watching your English lessons for months. When I first started watching your lessons, I missed a few things. I could understand the majority of what you were saying, but I didn't understand everything. However, now I understand everything that you say. Why? I didn't change. Teacher didn't change. You changed. You started believing that you'd be able to understand what I was saying. You started enjoying the lessons. You started relaxing. You started to encourage yourself and experience this positive English lesson. Hopefully it's positive for you, right? Yeah, we smile. So it's all about how you're thinking. So stop saying, I'll never be able to understand native speakers again. I am passionate when it comes to this topic of negative speaking or discouragement. I'm really passionate about this, and the reason is because many times, and I'll pause real quick, we're going to get to number 4, don't worry, many times. What happens with English learners, you probably included, is that the hiccup, the barrier, the stop in your journey that you're experiencing has nothing to do with your intelligence, has nothing to do with the difficulty of English. It has all to do with the way that you're viewing yourself. Listen to me. You're beating yourself up because you're not learning as fast as John or Samantha over there. You're frustrated because you don't think you speak like a native speaker just yet. You don't sound the way you'd like to sound. You make mistakes, and you get upset with yourself. It's all about how you're feeling about yourself. And this is one of my main goals, if I can help you feel confident, if I can help you overcome the negative thoughts, overcome the negative feelings, then I have done my job. You are intelligent. You already speak another language, your mother tongue, and you're listening to a woman speak in another language, and you're understanding. Believe that you are intelligent. Believe that you are amazing. If I can help you, if I can help anybody find more confidence, be more confident in themselves, I have done my job. I have done my job, and I'll be full of overwhelming joy. My goal is to help you be more confident in yourself. Yes, I'm teaching you English, but I've realized my purpose is so much bigger than words on a page. My purpose is to help you believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and I'll give you tools along the way, teaching you English, words, expressions, some tips and tricks, the 5 W's. But if I can help you be confident in yourself, listen, you'll transfer that to your children. You'll transfer that to your friends. We affect each other. I want you to believe in yourself. This wasn't even in my notes. This wasn't a part of the lesson. It's just something that I'm so passionate about. I want you to believe in yourself. And in believing in yourself, there are things you have to stop saying. Number 4, stop saying, I'll always make grammar mistakes. Listen closely. No matter who you are, yes, mistakes will be made. But this statement right here, when you say it to yourself, has a negative effect. Listen very, very closely. I want you to stop saying this because everyone makes grammar mistakes, even native speakers. Practice and improving your grammar takes time. So this is very different from saying, hey, I'm always going to make grammar mistakes. It's okay. Let me just keep working. That's a positive statement. What I'm speaking about is this statement. I'm always going to make grammar mistakes. I try my hardest and I just always make grammar mistakes. That feels different, doesn't it? That's what I'm talking about, the negative self-talk. I've tried hard and I'm always going to make grammar mistakes. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Number 5. And I want you to be writing these things down so that you'll stop saying them. Number 5. Why can't I speak English fluently like everyone else? Let me say this. You are not everyone else. You are unique. God made you special. You are one of a kind. With that in mind, you cannot compare yourself to anyone else. For example, I'm an English teacher. I teach English online. There are tons and tons of other English teachers online. Absolutely amazing English teachers. I'm not like them, and they're not like me. We are individually amazing. I'm including all of us, right? Amazing English teachers. We each have our own unique skills. We can help students in our own unique ways. So, I'm not comparing myself to any other English teacher. Why? They're awesome, they're amazing, and I think I am too. Why? Because each and every person living on this earth is awesome, is amazing. We just have to realize it. So, my friend, my awesome, amazing friend, I need you to realize it does not matter what anyone else around you is doing. It doesn't matter what any other English learner is doing. Stop asking this question. Why can't I speak English fluently like them? Focus on your journey. Why? Everyone learns and improves at their own pace. Don't compare yourself to others. You're not like anyone else. You are uniquely you. You are special. Be patient with yourself and learn at your own pace. You got me? Good. The 6th thing that I want you to stop saying is, I'll never be able to pronounce English words correctly. Don't say that. Don't say that ever again. I've had so many students who have improved their pronunciation with practice, right? They dug deep, like we talked about in our last lesson, and they improved their pronunciation. Don't think it's impossible. It is possible. Here's the thing. This is important. Stop saying this because, with practice and specific exercises, you can improve your pronunciation. There are many English teachers right now on YouTube that will teach you how to improve your pronunciation. One of the teachers I used to recommend my students to all the time, and even now, she's an amazing teacher. Rachel's English. What? Come on now. Excellent. You want to improve your pronunciation? You can improve your pronunciation. There are tons of lessons to help you improve your pronunciation. It's not impossible. You just have to find the right tips and techniques that work for you. Maybe Rachel's lessons will help you. Maybe my lessons will help you. Maybe another English teacher's lessons will help you. It's not impossible, and you have to remember that as you're on this English journey. Tip number 7. The thing I need you to stop saying. Number 7. English is too difficult for me. You're lying. Listen, that's a lie. That's a lie. Hi, that's a lie. You are more intelligent than you realize. You understand what I'm saying right now. You're understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth. That proves that you're intelligent. Do you need extra time? Possibly. It's your journey. But English is not too difficult for you. Listen to me very closely. Stop saying this because every language can be challenging to learn. Korean was not easy. It was a very difficult language to learn, but it wasn't impossible. With time and practice, you can improve, but you have to believe that. Again, stop saying, English is too difficult for me. Number 8. The next phrase I need you to stop saying is, I can't understand English movies or TV shows. Stop saying that. Stop saying, I can't understand. I can't understand what they're saying or what's going on. Why do I want you to stop saying this? With consistent practice, you can improve your listening skills and increase your comprehension of English media. Listen, when I first started studying Korean, I was level 1. I was learning the basics, but every day in the background, I would play Korean dramas, Korean news programs, Korean cooking shows. I didn't know what they were talking about. I was a beginner. 99% of the show, I was like, don't know that word, don't know that word. But I continued to listen, and over time, I started understanding more. Why? Because with practice, your listening skills and comprehension of the media will improve. It's not impossible. And number 9, the phrase I need you to stop saying to yourself is, I'm too old to learn English. Now, at the beginning of this lesson, I told you about 2 of my students. One is 75, one is 65. Now, there are a ton of other students that are older, but I mentioned these 2 individuals because they're proof. It does not matter how old you are. Your brain's still working. You can still speak, can't you? Then you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn. Check this out. Stop saying this, because age is not a barrier to learning a new language. Like, you're 85, now you're done. Number age is not a barrier to learning a new language. Many people learn languages later in life and find great success in doing so. You're never too old to learn. Stop saying this. The very first thing you must stop saying is, my English is bad. And you're probably smiling or shaking your head because you've said this before. Oh, I'm sorry, my English is bad. Why do you need to stop saying this? Here's the reason why you must stop saying this. When you say, my English is bad, this phrase undermines your confidence and also discourages conversation. What do you mean? Let me explain it more. The moment you say, my English is bad, your brain says, okay, well, we're not going to work hard. We're not going to work hard. If you already believe that your English is bad, why is your brain going to work overtime to help you find the words or expressions in your brain's database? It actually decreases your confidence in yourself. When you say, my English is bad, you're not believing in yourself. Remember, I tell you all the time, I believe in you. But you have to believe in yourself. The second thing is, it also discourages conversation. If you start off the conversation by saying, my English is bad, well, the person listening will say, okay, well, we're not going to have a good conversation because you don't have the ability to express yourself in this language. So, a part of their listening suddenly turns off. Oh, well, this person can't speak English, so I'll just kind of listen, kind of, and then I'll keep walking. Don't say, my English is bad. Listen, I'm trying to help you improve your English. This year I want you to be able to speak English fluently, but you must stop saying, my English is bad. So, what's the alternative? What should you say? This is what I want you to say. I'm still learning English, so please bear with me. Oh, I love this one. Hey, I'm still learning English, so please just bear with me. In other words, hey, I'm still on my journey. I'm still on my journey to speak English fluently. Would you mind just being patient with me? I guarantee the response is going to be much different from, oh, my English is bad. Okay, well, turn off my ears. But I'm on my English journey. Would you be patient? Sure, I'm going to open my ears even more, pay attention even more. My friend, stop saying, my English is bad, and instead say, I'm still learning English. Please bear with me. You got it? Yeah, listen, write this down. This is going to help you this year. Let's move on to the second thing I need you to stop saying this year. The second thing is this. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. Stop saying this. When you say, it's too difficult, once again, you're telling your brain, turn off. I don't need you. I don't need your effort because this is too hard. It's too difficult. English? I can't do it. Why do I want you to stop saying this? Here's the main reason. When you say this, it can discourage others and limit personal growth. Listen closely. It can discourage others and also limit your personal growth. What do I mean? What I'm saying is, as human beings, we affect each other. So, the moment you say, it's too difficult, the person listening to you, another English learner, maybe you were their goal, like, man, if she can do it, if he can do it, I know I can do it. The moment you say, it's too difficult, all of a sudden they think, well, if it's too difficult for them, I know I can't do it. You can, not intentionally but inadvertently, start discouraging someone else. And also, it will limit your own growth. Similar to the first thing I told you not to say when you say this, it's too difficult. Again, your brain says, well, we're not going to grow in this area because you believe it's too hard. Stop believing that. Stop saying that. What should you say instead? Instead of, it's too difficult, I want you to say this. I find it challenging. That's a fact. But I'm willing to figure it out. Woo! I get so excited when these are the words that replace the old words. Listen, I find it challenging. I'm admitting this is not the easiest. It is challenging, but I am willing to figure it out. Listen, my goal is to help you this year speak English fluently. Do you believe in yourself? Are you willing to figure it out? Listen, I feel good. I hope you feel good. So again, instead of saying, it's too difficult, I want you to say, I do find it challenging, but I'm willing to figure it out. You know what? Say it with me. I find it challenging, but I'm willing to figure it out. Yes. Let's move on. Number 3. What's the third thing I need you to stop saying this year? I'll try. Once again, you're probably thinking to yourself, wait, Laura, why is I'll try something that I shouldn't say? Here's the reason. The phrase leaves room for doubt and uncertainty. Doubt and uncertainty. I'm realizing that this is an English lesson, but also a motivational lesson, so I'm hoping you're feeling motivated. When you say, I'll try, even watch my body language. If you're watching this lesson on YouTube, watch my body language. I'll try. I don't really believe I can do it per se, but I'll give it a try. There's this measure of doubt, this measure of uncertainty. Like, I don't really 100% believe that I can do it, but I'll try. So, what do I want you to say instead of I'll try? This is what I want you to say. I will do my best. Such a different phrase. I'll try. Not sure if it's going to happen, but I'll try. Versus, I will do my best. I'll give it my all. I'll give 110%. Listen, as your English teacher, and I'm sure, or I hope, you guys can feel this. I hope you realize how passionate I am about helping you achieve your goal this year. I'm not trying. I'm doing my best. I'm giving 110%. Why? Because I believe in you. I am giving my best. I'm not just, I'm trying to record a video. No. When I get in front of this camera, when I get on this microphone, I am here for you, giving my all. My friend, I need you to do the same thing when it comes to your English. Don't try. Give your best. Don't slack off. Don't be lazy. You have control of your English journey. Listen, man, I believe in you so much. You have the power to take yourself to the next level. Why? You have a teacher who cares about you. I care about you. We've never met in person, probably, but I care about you. And now, I just need you to believe in yourself. Do your best. Give your best. And I guarantee you will see results. So, stop saying, I'll try, and instead say, I'll do my best. You got it? Oh, I felt that one. I felt that one. Here we go. Number 4. I need you to stop saying this. Stop saying, it's impossible. Stop saying, it's impossible. It's not. Again, I'm your English teacher. English is my first language, yes, I understand that. But I've watched too many students do what you might think is impossible. It doesn't matter your age. I don't care if you're 75 years old. It's not impossible. I don't care if you've been studying English for 25 years. It's not impossible. Here's the reason I need you to stop saying this. This phrase can indicate a closed mindset and a lack of creativity. A closed mindset. Nope. Hey, I'm done. It's impossible. It's impossible for me to speak English fluently. Why am I trying? That's a closed mindset, and it also shows a lack of creativity. You see, here's the truth of the matter. As human beings, we all learn differently. We each have a different learning style. Some people are visual. Some people need to hear things, auditory. Some people simply need a book, and they can read it, and boom, they get it. But just because what you've been doing now hasn't worked, it doesn't mean it's impossible. You just need to get creative and find another way of studying. My goal as an English teacher is to hopefully provide you with various methods, different ways of studying English that are more enjoyable, that are creative, to help you move forward along your journey to speaking English fluently. So stop saying, "It's impossible." Instead, woo, here's the alternative. "It seems challenging." You want to acknowledge, yes, it's a fact. It seems challenging, but let me look for possible solutions. Listen, I've been studying English for 15 years. I'm not going to lie to you, it's challenging. But I'm willing to look for possible solutions. There has to be another way to do what I'm doing. People are speaking English fluently. There's a way to get moving, to move forward on my journey. I'm willing to look for possible solutions. Man, I can't wait for the day when I can meet you in person and see all of the changes, all of the improvements, witness in person your English speaking ability when you stop saying, "It's impossible," and start saying, "Hey, it's challenging, yes, but I'm looking and willing to look for possible solutions." What's that called? Confidence, baby. You can have confidence as a beginner, as an intermediate, and as an advanced English learner. Listen, believe in yourself wherever you are on your journey. It's challenging, but I'm willing to look for some possible solutions. You better say it. Be confident in yourself. Here we go. Number 5. The fifth thing I need you to stop saying is, "I don't need help, I'm good. I can do it on my own. I don't need help." Let me say this. It wasn't even planned, not in my notes at all. But when you say, "I don't need help," you are limiting yourself in so many ways. I'm your English teacher, and I'm going to be very transparent with you. I'm going to be very honest. I'm building this community, right? We have this YouTube family, a YouTube community. I have my academy with my family, students who are called my family. Again, you can join the academy if you like. The link's in the description. But the purpose of what I'm saying right now is, in the community, among the family members, the students that I teach, there's a select group of student leaders. And you guys know who you are. I have student leaders, and they help manage our family. I am one person. I have a huge goal to help 1 billion English learners. I cannot do it alone. I need help. So the student leaders step up and say, "Lara, we got you. We're with you. We're with you on this mission to help 1 billion English learners." And the way my heart is warmed when I see my student leaders helping other students. I'm like, man, you guys care. They're like, "Lara, we have a mission. We're trying to help 1 billion English learners. I needed help, and I still need their help today. I can't do it alone. So, if me, as your English teacher, if I can't do it alone, I need you to stop saying that you don't need help. We're human beings, and together we work better. Here's the main reason. When you say, "I don't need help," as an English learner, this phrase can prevent others from offering assistance or support. Other people around you have the desire to see you succeed. I want you to succeed, and I haven't even met you in person, but I'm in your corner. I want you to succeed. Imagine those around you, those who know you personally and have watched you over the years. They want to help you. They want to be your support. When you say, "I'm good, I don't need any help. I got this," you limit them from being able to help you. Instead of saying, "I don't need help," I want you to say, "Thank you. I appreciate your offer. I could use some help with this." Just like your English. I appreciate your help, and I've seen it in the comments, and I do read the comments, and I appreciate each and every one of you. When you say, Lara, thank you for this lesson. You've changed my life. This lesson has helped me. You know what happens when I read those messages? They make me want to record more lessons. You are helping me give back to you even more. Let people help you. We become better individuals when we allow those around us to support us and help us on your English journey. Let people help you. You got me? All right, here we go. Number 6. The 6th thing I need you to stop saying is, I'm not good at English. I'm just not good. My English is not good. Similar to the first thing, I'm bad at my English. Stop saying that you're not good at English. The very fact that you're saying it in English. Isn't that ironic? I'm not good at English, but you're speaking English. You're speaking English. Stop saying, I'm not good at English. Here's the reason. When you say, I'm not good at English, this phrase in and of itself limits your own belief in your language learning abilities. Remember, I keep harping on this point. I keep emphasizing this point. I keep saying this over and over again. I, known to some as teacher and others as believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself. Stop saying, I'm not good at English. Instead, here's the alternative I want you to say. I'm still developing my language skills, but I'm determined to improve. Man, if I have a student that says that to me, you're talking about the smile that'll come on my face. Why? Because this is a sign of confidence. Listen, I'm still developing. I'm in the process. I'm on my journey, and I'm determined. I have made a decision to improve. You have to make a decision. This year is your year. You have to tell yourself, listen, yes, I'm on this journey, but I am determined to improve. Stop saying, I'm not good. Remind yourself that you're on a journey, and be patient with yourself. You ready? Let's move on. Here we go. Number 7. Number 7. Stop saying, I'll do it later. I'm okay. I'll do it later. Stop procrastinating. That's what this is called. I'll do it later. Here's the reason why this phrase. I need you to stop saying it. This phrase can lead to what? Did I just say? Procrastination and unfinished tasks. Listen, I enjoy these YouTube videos with. One day I'd like to study with her. I'll do it later. Now, I'm not telling you you have to study with me in my academy. I'm not saying that. There are many other great English teachers, and you might be studying with them right now. That is totally okay. What I'm saying, though, is you know where you are on your English journey. You know what you need to do to get to the next level. You know, my friend, you know you're smart. Stop saying, I'll do it later. Maybe it's a book you know you need. Maybe it's a course you need to enroll in. Maybe it is my academy you want to enroll in. Maybe it's a teacher that you want to study with in your native country. Whatever it is, stop saying, I'll do it later. Instead, I want you to say this. I'll start on it now, or I'll set a specific time to do it. Stop saying, I'll do it later, and either do it now or set a specific time. For my students in my academy, in the Daily English Lessons program, I have 365 daily English lessons in 1 year, moving them to the advanced English level. Every day, They follow a specific lesson that I've set up for them. Why did I set the program up like that? Because every day they know what they have to do. Stop saying, "I'll do it later," and do it now. We're talking about you, my friend, achieving your English goals this year. I believe in you, but I need you to believe in yourself. The very first thing you should never say to a stranger is, "How old are you?" Again, how old are you now? Here's the main reason why you should never say this to a stranger. You see, it is considered impolite, unkind, or rude to ask a stranger about their age. Now, I want you to pay attention. Notice that I am emphasizing asking a stranger his or her age. You can ask your friend or possibly an acquaintance, but never ask a stranger their age in English. This is seen to be impolite. Now, as you are on your English journey, you're going to be in many different situations, and sometimes you're going to feel uncomfortable. Maybe you forget a word. Maybe you forget an expression. But I don't want you to be uncomfortable because you asked the wrong question or said the wrong thing. So the very first English phrase I need you to remember to never ask a stranger is, "How old are you?" You got it? Excellent. All right. This second English phrase you must never say to a stranger is, "How much do you weigh?" Listen, I'll say it one more time. How much do you weigh? Now, I'm going to tell you the reason, and then I'm going to go into even more detail. So, this is a personal question that can make people feel uncomfortable. Now, this lesson is specifically about English phrases and questions you should never mention or ask a stranger. But to be very honest, this one right here, how much do you weigh? Even if you're close friends, sometimes this is not the best question to ask. And you might be smiling now, especially if you are a female. As females, we are a bit more sensitive about our weight, so we don't talk about our weight as much as, say, a man would. And maybe you're a man, and for you, you're like, "Hey, Lara, I don't care. I'll tell you my weight." But we're talking about English phrases you never say to a stranger, and this is a question you never ask a stranger. Again, if you are speaking to a man, let's say you're at a gym, you're working out, and a guy walks up. Guys are a little bit different when it comes to the weight question. Different, not in a bad way, but meaning that they're not as sensitive. But the best practice is for you to never ask a stranger how much he or she weighs. Be very careful. You got it? Excellent. All right, here we go. Number 3. The third phrase I never want you to ask or say is, "How much money do you make?" Again, how much money do you make? And ow, the reason why you shouldn't ask a stranger this question is because discussing finances is generally considered inappropriate. Now, there are many unspoken rules in English, right? And I'll specifically speak about America, right? In American culture, there are certain things that you might not find in a book, like do this, don't do this, or you might not learn in a specific class. This is one of them. You don't speak about finances in such detail with a stranger. "Hey, how much money do you make a year?" Immediately, this will kind of turn the stranger off in most situations. You don't talk about finances in this way with a stranger. So again, we're talking about things you shouldn't say or ask when you are speaking with a stranger. My goal is to help you speak English with confidence. But speaking English with confidence is not just about the words and expressions or grammar rules that you know. It's also about understanding the mindset of the individuals you will be speaking with, and that includes knowing what to say and what not to say. You got me? Excellent. So again, the third thing, never ask a stranger how much money they make. You got it? Excellent. All right, here's number 4. Number 4. Now, these are phrases and questions. Why don't you have kids? As I'm teaching you this lesson, again, I organized and prepared this lesson for you. But even as I'm teaching it to you, I'm realizing once again how important each and every question, each and every phrase I'm going to teach you is for you to remember not to say. This one right here, why don't you have kids? This can be, here's the reason. This can be a sensitive topic for some people. And now I'm going to speak to you as a woman, right? And I know even guys can experience this as well. There are many couples, many individuals who want to have children. Maybe they got married 10 years ago and they've been trying, but failure after failure, miscarriage, which means you lose a baby, miscarriage after miscarriage. So many women are struggling to have children. Many couples, husbands and wives, want children but are not able to have children. So, if you, again innocently, ask them, "Hey, why don't you have kids?" how do you think they'll feel? They might not tell you, "Oh, we've been struggling for 10 years to have children," or "We've been struggling for the last year to have children, but we lost a child." I'm not going to go into detail, but you asking that question can be considered insensitive in American culture. Now, when I lived overseas, this was not the case, right? People would ask you all the time, "Hey, why don't you have kids?" They'd ask me if I wasn't married, or they'd ask other couples. But, again, being American, that question would always kind of catch me off guard. Why? Because in American culture, we are very sensitive. We understand that people have been through things. And it's not saying that people in your culture are not sensitive. It's just we are from different backgrounds, right? That's the beauty of the world, right? Globalization. We learn from each other, right? We learn how we think differently, right? So, I want you to please keep this in mind. Never ask a stranger, "Why don't you have kids?" I literally have friends who have experienced the loss of a child or who have experienced years of trying. So be very careful. Don't ask this question. You got me? Excellent. All right, here we go. Number 4. 5? Number 5. You look tired. I'm laughing, okay? I'll say it one more time. You look tired. Now, I'm laughing because, again, I have been exposed to many different cultures. I have lived amongst many different cultures. Even where I am from, there are many different cultures living together here in America. So, I've heard this statement before. This phrase has been said to me. I've heard someone say it to another person, and I've heard someone say it to a person they just met. A stranger. Now here's the reason why you should never, ever say this to a stranger. You look tired. Here's the reason. This might imply that they look bad or unwell. It's like you're telling the person, "Woo, baby, you don't look good today." Or, "Oh man, you had a rough night." How do you think that person will feel? Oh no, all of a sudden they'll become more self-conscious. Do I have bags under my eyes? Oh no, did I not put my makeup on right? For those that wear makeup. Oh no, you don't want an individual to be uncomfortable, right? We're talking about helping you speak English with confidence. Part of that, again, is not just the words and expressions and grammar rules, but it's also about understanding the mindset of the individuals you will be speaking with. If you know saying you look tired to someone will make them feel uncomfortable or not feel confident in themselves, that's automatically going to affect your communication with that person. Your conversation will experience a glitch, right? Their facial expression will change. Maybe they'll get irritated. Maybe they'll think that you're being rude. So, I never want you to say to a stranger, "You look tired." You got it? Excellent. All right, here we go. Number 6. You've put on weight. You've put on weight. And I'm going to be very vulnerable and transparent with you, so this is very true. Now, I'll tell the reason first, and then I'm going to explain something to you. Commenting on someone's body is considered rude unless it's a compliment. If you're like, "Girl, your hair looks good," or you say to a guy, "Man, your haircut, yes, you are looking handsome," that is totally okay. But when you comment on someone's appearance in a way that is not flattering, not a compliment, that is considered rude. So, I said I was going to be very transparent and vulnerable with you. Remember the statement, the phrase we're saying, you should never say to a stranger is, "You've put on weight." So this is actually something that I'm experiencing this now. In the last 2.5 years, I have put on weight. Why? Because I was taking some medicine. I'm totally okay, but I was taking some medicine, and one of the side effects of the medicine was gaining weight, and the weight came on very quickly. Now, I've said before, I have always been an athlete. My body type naturally is very athletic, an athletic body type, very muscular. It was very easy for me to build muscle. But since I started taking the medicine, I started gaining weight, even though I was eating the same way. I might have eaten a little bit more, but it was not normal. So I gained almost 20 pounds. Now that's a lot to deal with. So imagine me, again, being vulnerable. I'm trying to deal with this weight gain. I'm not used to it. My entire life in high school, I was the most athletic. In college, I was the most athletic. Now, I'm dealing with this, right? Fast forward 20-some years after college, and now I'm dealing with this. And if someone walks up to me that I first met, right, one of my students, "Hi, teacher. Oh, wow, you've put on weight since I first saw you on YouTube." How do you think I would feel? Now again, I've been around many cultures, so I would kind of roll with the punch and be like, "You're correct, I have, and I'm okay, because I can be transparent." However, if someone's already sensitive about something or thinking about something, and a stranger brings it up, or even someone they know brings it up, what do you think will happen? Exactly. It will make that person feel a little bit uncomfortable. Remember, we're talking about phrases you should never say to a stranger, and the effort is to help you, again, speak English fluently by understanding the mindset of the individual you will be speaking with. Make sense? All right. Good. Now, again, I'm totally okay. I still work out, I'm not taking the medicine anymore, so I'm fine. I wanted to use my situation just to help you understand. You got it? All right, here we go. All right, let's go to number 7. Number 7, asking someone this question: are you sick? Again, are you sick? Now here's the reason why this is a question you shouldn't ask a stranger. This could be seen as rude or intrusive. Now let me break this down a little bit more, right? Because you may be wondering, well, Lara, if they look sick, I really actually care about them. I want to know if they're sick. Now, if someone is coughing and their nose is running and their eyes are bloodshot, that's more obvious, right? But you have to be very, very careful because someone might not be sick. I will give you this advice. It's better to let the person tell you what's going on than for you to guess. Right? Remember, we're talking about things you shouldn't say to a stranger. Say to a stranger. We're not talking about close friends. We're not talking about family members or friends of friends, right? We're talking about strangers. Make sense? Good. So don't ask them, hey, are you sick? This kind of goes back to an earlier phrase we talked about where you would ask someone like, man, are you tired? You look tired. Same level. All right, so let's move on now to number 8. Number 8, you're too skinny. Again, you're too skinny. A phrase you should never say to a stranger. And I'll say honestly, don't say that to someone you know either. This, honestly, is considered body shaming, and it's never acceptable. Remember, if you're not complimenting someone on their appearance, don't say anything at all. And I know I have many students from all around the world, and in certain cultures it's totally okay. I have some friends who are Indian, and their parents, it's normal in their culture. Oh, baby, you gained weight. Or, oh, baby, woo, you're too skinny. You've got to put some meat on your bones, or even some of my Filipino friends. I understand that in different cultures, it's totally okay to make these comments. But remember, my goal as your English teacher is to help you speak English confidently and to understand the mindset of the individuals you'll be speaking with. I don't want you to be in an uncomfortable position, right? So again, don't say, you're too skinny. Have you ever heard of, anorexia? Right? Anorexia. That's where an individual, many times, can become skin and bones and still feel like they're fat. Right? It's an illness, and it requires some therapy to get over and to get through it. So imagine, in your opinion, this individual is skinny, someone you're meeting up with, but that person is experiencing anorexia. They might not have gotten to the point where they're skin and bones, but the moment you say, oh, you're too skinny, it could affect them as well. Well, wait a minute, I feel fat, but they say I'm skinny. And then it could be a spiraling effect. Well, wait a minute, so am I not fat? It's better to not say anything except if you want to give a compliment. You got me? All right, here we go. Moving on to number 9. Number 9, I don't care. Again, I don't care. Again, it's always interesting. I prepare these lessons, but then when I'm teaching them, I remember once again, wow, this is so important. So, this is actually taken as a sign of disrespect and lack of interest. You have to be very careful, right? I want you to imagine you're in this conversation with someone, right? And they're like, hey, I just got a new job. And you're like, I don't care. Like, oh, that's nothing to do with me. I don't care. Or, hey, we're going to get something to eat. I don't care. You're not intending to be rude. You're saying, hey, no worries. Don't think about me. You guys can go ahead. But I don't care implies again, I'm not interested. And it's actually kind of disrespectful. So, you have to be very careful. And I'm saying this again to you as an English learner, right? Because there are many nuances in the English language. Let's say, for example, my friend, this is when it's okay to say, I don't care. My friend says, hey, Lara, oh man, I missed your call. I'm so sorry. I'm like, girl, I don't care. You're all right, no worries. Even my facial expression shows warmth, though, like, man, I don't care. You're okay. That is all right. But if my friend says, Lara, I missed your call, and I say, I don't care, my body language even changes. This is why I say there are nuances in the English language that you have to be careful of. All right, but just for safety, don't say, I don't care. Instead, explain, hey, you guys want to go eat? I'm not hungry right now, so I'll stay here, you guys can go ahead. Instead of saying, I don't care. Make sense? All right, good. Here we go. Number 10. Number 10. You don't look like you're from here. Man, you don't look like you're from here. This right here can make someone feel like an outsider. Your goal is not to make the person feel uncomfortable. So if you approach someone or someone approaches you, remember, we're talking about phrases to never say to a stranger. And let's say you've come to America and you're in, let's say Washington, D.C., and you meet someone and they don't look like what you thought an American would look like. Don't say, hey, you don't look like you're from here. This can be taken as an insensitive comment, and you can make them feel uncomfortable. Just remember, keep it inside. Ask them like, hey, what state are you from? That's okay, but remember, this can be seen as inconsiderate. It can be seen as impolite. You don't look like you're from here. Now you'll notice again, as I teach English on this channel, and for those listening to the podcast, my inflections, right? You'll notice my pronunciation, which you guys have said is very clear. But I let you know, even if you're listening, you can tell when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm angry, when I'm upset during a story time. Right? Story time. Don't miss today's story. Again, as an English learner, I'm telling you not to say this because you're still learning the proper inflections, proper body language, and facial expressions. So, let's not say this one at all. All right? Number 11. Another important one. You don't act like a typical, and then you put the nationality or race. I am an African American woman. I am a black woman. So, if someone walked up to me and said, man, you don't act like a typical black woman, this can be a stereotype, and it can be offensive, even when it's not coming from a stranger. Please, please don't say this. I've had this said to me many times when I was in South Korea, right? Why? You don't act like a typical black woman, or you don't act like the black people I've seen on TV. The intent, there's no bad intent. I understand, but this can be not the best thing to say. It can be considered offensive, even if you say, you don't act like the typical white person, or typical Spanish person, or insert the nationality or race. Do not say this. This is very offensive in certain situations. All right, again, I don't want you to make the person that you're speaking with uncomfortable. This will affect your fluency, because the moment they get uncomfortable, their body language will change, their facial expression will change, and you'll start feeling nervous. That's not what we want. The very first thing that you must stop saying now is, I'll never speak English perfectly. I'll never be able to speak English like a native speaker. I'll never be able to speak English well. Stop saying this now. I'm your English teacher, and I believe in you, but this phrase right here is hurting you. So I need you to stop saying it. Here's the reason why it's so detrimental. This mindset sets an unrealistic expectation of perfection and undermines the progress and efforts you've made. When you say to yourself, I'm never going to be perfect, your mind basically goes into this state. Well, if we're not going to be perfect, why are we trying? Everything we've done so far means nothing. You have to stop saying this. Stop focusing on, oh, I'm not perfect. You have to remember all that you've done, all that you've accomplished, and how amazing you are. So instead of saying this, I want you to say this instead. Every day I am improving my English speaking skills. This makes me happy. Listen, I really focus on helping English learners like you feel confident and be more confident in themselves. So when I teach lessons like this, they make me excited. I get excited because I know how powerful they are and how much they will change your experience. So again, instead of saying, I'll never speak English perfectly, I want you to start saying, every day I am improving my English speaking skills. Yes, and that's the truth. Every day you're improving. Every day you're getting better. This is what I want you to say moving forward. Can you do it? Yes, my friend. I love it. All right, the second thing I need you to stop saying is, I'm not as good as other learners. Johnny is really good. I'm not as good as him. Man, Samantha, her English is awesome, but I'm not as good as her. Stop saying, I'm not as good as other learners. Why? This right here is demotivating. It takes your motivation away, it discourages you, and it disregards your personal progress and the unique pace at which individuals learn. Johnny might learn at this pace, Samantha might learn at this pace, and your pace might be a bit slower, but you're on the same journey, and you will achieve your goals. So don't say, I'm not as good as someone else. I'm not as good as other learners. Instead, this, my friend, is what I want you to say. My journey is unique, and I am making progress at my own pace. Listen, you don't understand all of these movements. If you're watching the video, these are genuine. I get excited when I see English learners, again, students that are in my program in the Speak English Academy. They see me in real time, right? But even for you, I get excited just realizing that you are going to be more confident after this lesson. You've got to believe in yourself. You have to realize, for the audio listeners, sorry if that clap was loud, but listen, you have to realize you are amazing, you are awesome, and you're doing something that is challenging, learning another language. You've got to believe in yourself. So instead of saying, I'm not as good as other learners, starting right now, I want you to say this. My journey is unique, and I am making progress at my own pace. Come on, and smile with me. Yes, you got it. All right, here we go. The third thing, my friend, that I need you to stop saying is, I can't remember new words. I can't do it. I can't remember new words. Don't say this ever again. Listen very closely. Don't say this ever again. I can't do it. I can't remember new words. Listen, why is this so bad? This creates a mental block that can prevent effective memory strategies from being developed or applied. You can remember. You are intelligent enough, you are smart enough to remember new words. Your brain just might use different methods or different strategies to remember things. When you think about the way other people learn, you have to stop saying, I can't remember new words. Here's what I want you to say instead. Man, I love it. I am developing new strategies to improve my vocabulary every day. Oh, and I want you to say it with confidence. I want your shoulders to be back. I want you to have a look on your face that lets the person know who you're talking to that, oh, this is a confident English learner. Once again, I am developing new strategies to improve my vocabulary every day. You see the difference? You see the difference, right? It sounds different from, I can't remember new words. Even those watching, my shoulders dropped when I said, I can't remember new words. The body language even changes. But the moment you realize, hold up, I can do this, and you change the words you use, I am developing new strategies to improve my vocabulary every day. Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. All right. Number 4. The fourth thing I need you to stop saying now. I'm too old to learn English. Again, I'm too old to learn English. I want you to stay till the end because at the end, during story time, I'm going to tell you a story about being old and learning another language. This is a story that happened to me, something that happened to me, all right? So, but I'm too old to learn English. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. In my program, I have individuals who are in their 70s out here speaking English with confidence. Why? They stopped saying, I'm too old to learn English. Why is this bad? It perpetuates the false, the untrue belief that language learning is age-dependent. It's not. Learning a language is not based on your age. The process, the method, the strategies are based on your age, but you have the ability to learn a new language at any age. It will just look different from someone else. You are never too old to learn English. So instead of this, I want you to say, learning knows no age, and I am fully capable of acquiring new skills. Come on now, one more time. Learning knows no age, and I am fully, not partially, I am fully capable of learning and acquiring new skills. Listen, you're about to leave this lesson amazing. Here we go. All right, number 5. The fifth thing I want you to stop saying, I have a terrible accent. One more time. I have a terrible accent. Stop saying that. I'm going to tell you why, but I want to add this to the lesson. I live in America. I live on the East Coast, not too far from Washington, D.C. On the East Coast, we have a certain sound, but when I go to California, or when I go to Louisiana, or when I go to Alabama, or when I go to North Dakota, everyone sounds different. We have different accents. And I know when you watch television, or you watch the news, or you watch movies, There seems to be this common accent, a common American accent, but even in America, there are varying accents. So I need you to stop saying this. Stop saying, I have a terrible accent. Why? This can lead to unnecessary self-consciousness and hinder spoken practice. Let me break this down. If you're constantly telling yourself, I have a terrible accent, you'll be less likely to speak. Oh, I can't say that. Why? Because my accent's not that good, and they're not going to understand me. And all of a sudden, this self-talk, the words you say to yourself in your mind, starts getting louder. Ooh, don't say anything. They're not going to understand you. Your accent's not good. Stop saying that your accent is terrible. Instead, I want you to say this. My accent is unique, and it will improve with practice. Again, my accent is unique, and it will improve with practice. It's okay to have a desire to sound like a certain American. Many students tell me, Laura, I want to speak like you. Hey, by all means, come on, mimic me, copy me, start sounding like me. That's totally okay. But as you're on the journey to sounding like me, as you're going through the process, don't discourage yourself. Don't tell yourself you're terrible. Instead, say, my accent is unique, and it will improve with practice. I'll start sounding like Lara eventually. My accent right now, though, is unique. You've got to remind yourself that you're on a journey and encourage yourself. Don't put yourself down. Here we go, number 6. The 6th thing I need you to stop saying, that was like a tongue twister. 6th thing. The tongue through your teeth, guys. Here we go. I'll never understand native speakers. Stop saying this. I'll never understand native speakers. Newsflash. I'm a native speaker, and you understand me. It's funny sometimes, in the comment section, and I guess it's the compliment in the comment section, I'll have some people say, wow, where are you from? Your English is amazing. And I always smile. I'm like, thanks. I'm American. It's cute because sometimes students assume that I'm not American, that maybe I learned English and I'm just teaching it to you all. So I appreciate the compliment, but yes, I am actually American. English is my first language. I speak Korean, but English is my first language. So, this is the thing. I'll never understand native speakers doesn't apply to you. Why? I'm a native speaker, and you understand me. Now, don't say, Lara, but it's different. You speak clearly. I can understand you. No, we're trying to help you. Stop saying these negative things to yourself. Stop saying, I'll never understand native speakers. I am a native speaker, and you understand me. Here's why this is so detrimental. It assumes a permanent state of confusion and impedes or inhibits or stops your listening practice. When you say, I'll never understand native speakers, your brain says, all right, we don't have to put any more effort in. He or she's not going to understand them, so why are we working hard to help them understand? It's not a permanent state. Instead, this is what I want you to say. I will gradually understand more as I continue practicing listening. Hey, I'm going to continue to improve. Right now, I might only understand 50%, but tomorrow I'll understand 51%, and next week I'll understand 57%. Again, I will gradually understand more as I continue practicing listening. You got it? Yes, my friend. Let's keep going. All right, here we go. Number 7. The 7th thing I want you to stop saying to yourself, I'm afraid to speak and make mistakes. I'm afraid to speak and make mistakes. Now listen, if this is your first video, welcome again. I'm Teacher Lara. Hey! But if you've been here for a while, you've seen many of my videos, and there are points in videos where I might have said a word and said it too fast. Just again earlier, I said that was a tongue twister. The TH sound. I leave those things in my videos on purpose. Why? I'm a native English speaker, I'm an English teacher, and even being an American, there are moments when a word might not come out properly. There are moments when the pronunciation might be a bit tricky. It happens to everyone, not just Americans. Even in your own language, there are moments when you have to pause, like, wait a minute, how do I say that again? Or, wait a minute, that didn't come out right. We're human beings. So I purposely leave those moments in, first to show you I'm a human being, and I enjoy what I do. I'm just in the moment, enjoying teaching you English, right? I want you to enjoy the lesson as well, but also to remind you it's okay to make mistakes. So here's the reason. When you say, I'm afraid to speak and make mistakes, it prevents the valuable learning experience that comes from making mistakes. Listen, mistakes will help you. They're not going to hurt you. They show you what you need to work on. So instead of saying, I'm afraid to speak and make mistakes, this is what I want you to say. Here's the alternative. Speaking and making mistakes is a crucial or important part of my learning process. Fact. Once again, speaking and making mistakes is a crucial part of my learning process. The end. Start saying this and realizing mistakes are a part of the process. Number 8. The 8th thing I need you to stop saying. I can't pronounce words correctly. Stop saying this. I can't pronounce words correctly. Listen, when you say, I can't pronounce words correctly, it may cause avoidance. It may cause avoidance in speaking out of fear of making errors. You'll avoid speaking because you don't want to make any errors. Instead of saying this is what I want you to say. With practice, my pronunciation will get better. Again, with practice, my pronunciation will get better. Here's the fact. You are going to improve each and every day, so don't stop. Number 9. I can't express myself the way I want to in English. Stop saying this. Why? Here's the reason. When you do this, when you say this over and over, it may discourage you from practicing speaking and expressing yourself in different ways. I can't express myself the way I want to. Saying that over and over again will stop you from even expressing yourself in general. So instead, I want you to say this. You know, I'm learning new ways to express myself in English every day. Once again, you know, I'm learning new ways to express myself in English every day. Focus on saying this instead of saying that you can't express yourself the way you want to in English. Make sense? You got it. Listen, I want you to speak English fluently. I hope this lesson helped you, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next one. Talk to you then.